Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the big sports stories that happened this past week. I am your host, Eric. My main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight? I do ask if anybody's out there joining us live and you know a good therapist. Ron may need one after tonight's show. Just based on what has happened in the NHL world today. It's been intense with the trade deadline, which we'll get into. But we do want to first thank all of those that have helped us continue to grow. WDJY, where's the guru? You go. Thanks for joining. 99.1 FM, Dallas, Georgia, as well as WBOB 990 in Providence, Rhode Island, and SEC TV in Southeast Connecticut, Public Access Channel 12 on every Tuesday night. Thank you all for your support. Now, with that being said, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We've already got one of the fans in the house, Hugo. Appreciate it always, the support. Ron, it's time to kick the show off if you're ready. I am sure you're dying to talk about the NHL trade deadline, which just ended at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about winners and losers. A lot has changed. One of the busiest NHL trade deadlines in recent memory. A lot of movement, teams. I'm sure you've got a lot to talk about, Ron, when it comes to this. So we'll start off.
The first one, Eric. The first one. Don Sweeney did not want to face me in that press conference. So when does he start it? 2 minutes ago.
He did it for a reason, buddy. Did it for a reason. He knew.
He's ducking me.
He's ducking you, my friend. He doesn't want no part of you. He doesn't want no part of you. So we're gonna start off with some winners, Ron, because a lot has changed. But love to hear one of my first takes is obviously the Mikko Rantanen trade. What a big move there for Dallas.
Yeah, that's big.
Kind of puts them at the forefront to be a Stanley Cup favorite.
I like their position. Look, they have two other teams that made moves as well and made great moves for them. And but when you get the biggest piece, that is available, which is one of the biggest pieces in the NHL period.
And then sign him to an 8-year deal. So they locked him up now. He's in Dallas for the next 8 years.
And Dallas is going to be a tough team to beat for the next 8 years. Good luck to the NHL out west, because you're going to have to deal with that team for a long time. And they're a good young team with so much talent now. And you still have Tyler Seguin that's going to be coming back. It's crazy how much talent they actually have there.
Yeah, very strong team in the West. Another team in the West.
Clearly winners. Winners.
Another team that I felt was a winner, Ron, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Colorado Avalanche. Getting Charlie Coyle, getting Brock Nelson from the Islanders. Again, to stay pace with Dallas, with Winnipeg, some of those teams that are, at the top of the Western Conference. Colorado, again, where would you rank what they did today?
Right up there with Dallas, because first of all, look, the experience knowing, Charlie Coyle playing in Boston, you don't need scoring from him. So any scoring you get from him is bonus, because what you're going to have is you're going to have a guy that can cover the opposing team's best center. And he will win a ton of faceoffs, better than 50%, which is great. So when you add those two tangible things in a team that already has enough offense.
Yeah, right. Nate McKinnon, right? They've got some top of the line offensive players to begin with. And then you add Coyle to that mix.
And then Brock Nelson, who just got done with the Four Nations, who didn't play much there, but this guy can score. He's a proven scorer. Now, with the speed of the top two lines for Colorado, can Brock Nelson keep up? That's the question. I think it's positional wise where they need him. So if he can get himself parked somewhere in front of the net and just dump in some power play goals, I mean, you can't go wrong. I think it's a great trade.
Yeah, bye-bye, Charlie. Yes, Hugo. Also, listen, and it just seems like it's coming up this way, but another winner for me was Toronto getting Brandon Carlo.
Huge.
A defensive, player that they need.
Steady player. Yeah, he's been the steady player in Boston who kills the penalties and does all them things. Just the other players around him haven't performed, so it makes him look bad. But he is a big pickup, and we keep talking about Toronto not going defense.
And now they did it.
They did. Unfortunately, they picked it from Boston.
Yeah.
But the Bruins got a good return on that. Their top prospect and a first-round pick. And hopefully it is going to be Pittsburgh's pick because that would be better than Toronto. Because Toronto, to me, right now, looks like a contender.
Every year, though, right? And then we see in the postseason. This might help them, though, with that kind of move.
But
they also did get Scott Lawton from the Flyers.
Yes, but also don't forget, now they don't have to play their nemesis, most likely, in the playoffs, which is the Boston Bruins. That's been the team that's gotten them all the time. That might make a difference.
Right. Can't beat them. Have them come to your team.
Exactly.
My last winner, and it was surprising that, again, in conference, has to be the Florida Panthers getting Brad Marchand. Again, a lot of rumors, Marchand getting traded or not, and then they trade him within the division, which was a little...
Yeah, both of them, Carlo and Marchand, which is a complete surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that. But I do have to add that the Bruins, I think, are winners in all of this. With the amount of picks that they got and the talent that they got in young prospects in return, it's promising. But of course, it's only promising if you connect on those draft picks.
Yeah, that's going to be crucial. Listen, Stanley Cup champions to get a Brad Marchand, a guy that's
tremendous. Think of this line. Think of Sam Bennett, Marchand, and Kachuk on the same line. You must hate playing against that line.
Right? Just
that would be brutal to play against.
Guys that we saw what they did against Boston in the postseason when it went a chicken dinner. Hugo, I mean, it's just amazing to me that they were able to pull this off, and it's a conditional second round to possibly turn into a first round in 2028. And I don't know if I agree
depending on
with
if the reports are right. There's been, some of the reports that came out in the earlier trades weren't correct until it officially comes out, but I haven't seen that. I'm missing Don Sweeney talk about Brad Marchand right now. And I got to think, even if it is just that, with a guy that's got a concussion who's going to be a free agent, it's not too bad.
Kyle says, like, Brad, go win another cup. Is this similar to what we saw back in the day with Bork? Like, let's just get a piece.
No, I don't think it's the same at all. Like,
I mean, obviously Bork was a much bigger staple in the Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, but think about this: we
Not much
we expect Marchand to possibly come back to Boston.
I think he could. If
Do-
he did not sign a contract with Florida, there is very big potential he comes back. He
But this
loves
is
Boston.
so. My point would be is this: if it was smart on Boston's part to say, "Hey, look, Brad, help us get some pieces, right? Get a
Yeah.
draft pick, whatever it may
They
be,"
could have had that
and said,
conversation.
"We'll have you come back." Talk about unloading, James. James just said, right?
James, you're right.
I mean, again, Marchand gone, Carlo gone, Berger gone, Coyle gone,
Brazeau.
I'm sorry, Brazeau,
Frederick.
Coyle and Frederick all gone from the Boston Bruins. I had them as losers. You think they could possibly be winners, Ron?
I think they are winners, because when I look at it this way, really the only significant pieces were Carlo and Marchand. The rest of them were not significant pieces. Yes, I love Trent Frederick. I love the way he plays. Brazeau came out like a house on fire, last season when he joined the team, and he only had 10 goals this season, and he just wasn't effective this year. And and Charlie Coyle is obviously on a downswing this season. So I don't believe that all those guys that they gave up, and Max, whatever his name is, I can't even think of his name, he was useless.
All right.
Max Jones.
Do you have any other winners, Ron?
No, to me, a lot of teams were quiet. I didn't see Winnipeg really do much of anything.
So I had them as a
Minnesota did
loser.
some things.
Yeah, I had Winnipeg as a loser, right? So you think about it.
Yep.
Best record in the NHL, most points, great. Not enough to say, hey, look, your struggles haven't been in the regular season. It's been in the postseason. You needed a player or two to make sure that you could get over that.
Yeah,
hurdle,
they should have gone to go get a playoff guy. And that's a team that I would have thought would have gone after Marchand. Marchand is a clutch player. He gets a lot of overtime goals. He gets a lot of playoff points. He gets, shorthanded chances. Like, he's an all-around great player. And I think Winnipeg missed the boat on that, because if it's only a second round, why are you not making an offer for Brad Marchand?
Yeah, at least for a playoff push with the best record.
Because now, to me, they're fourth out there in the West.
Right, definitely lost a spot to Dallas and Colorado.
Yeah, and Edmonton. Trent Frederick is going to be huge for Edmonton because of the fact they don't hit. Trent Frederick comes in, and now you bring some toughness.
Kyle's saying that they already said they want to build around Pasta, which makes sense.
Absolutely. And I get that. That's why I'm not upset that they traded anybody. First of all, I said a long time ago that Carlo would be traded.
Here was my only question. So, Ron, we talked about this in the past with the Bruins. Jim Montgomery, we said, was a very good coach with the young talent, young kids liking to play them. And the fact that they got to
do this,
they should have kept Montgomery.
But see, I don't think this was the plan. This was not the plan, because they felt from the beginning of the year that this team was a contender. And I'm telling you, I have to agree, because of the fact of where they were last year. They were 1 point out of the top spot, right? And then they improved the team, supposedly improve, which that turned out to be false. And everybody fell back. Now, at the time, I don't want to see Montgomery leave, but that is what you have to do at first to jumpstart this team. It didn't work. And there is certainly a lack of togetherness on this team. Like, there's no cohesion. And if they can't mesh well together, this is the results you get.
All right. I did have one other loser, Calgary Flames. So they're only 1 point ahead of Vancouver in the wild card spot.
Yeah.
Again, another team didn't do anything to really make any noise. The Rangers as well, not as a loser, but kind of they've been all over the place, getting rid of guys, getting guys.
Yeah,
and they're still in the wild
I don't
card.
think their roster has improved. I
Yeah.
think it actually got worse.
But interesting team too, because you thought they were going to sell. Then they started picking up guys. They're tied for the playoff, the last wild card spot.
Yeah, I
in the
think
East
all
as
of those
well.
teams are all losers in this.
Yeah. So, any other losers on your list?
Just all those teams that really didn't do anything. You know, I'm looking at certain teams, and you know, you gotta wonder, like, where was LA? You know, it was non-existent. You know, all these teams. New Jersey is screwed because they lost Jack Hughes for the year.
Yeah.
So
that's a
they're
big
not
loss.
going anywhere. So I can understand why they didn't do anything. They did pick up Dumaville, you know, because Hamilton is also out. So what can you do with,
Yeah.
you know, New
He was
Jersey?
your star player, but yeah.
You know, Washington, what, they make one move?
Yeah, another team that's
kind of odd.
Right, leading the East. You would think they would be a
Yeah,
team.
you would think they'd want something.
Like, nobody expected Washington, the Capitals, to be where they are now. And for them to not do anything, it's kind of saying like
why didn't they make a run at Marchand? Put Marchand on the left side with you know, Mr. Goals himself on the right side? Why not? Why would you not want that?
And again, I'm sure some details will come out of who was talked to and not talked to and what moves, but
yeah.
Did Boston, because that was a last minute deal for Marchand. You heard about it at like 3:05.
Yeah, because they were trying to work out a deal to, you know, to re-sign, and they just couldn't.
So I really
couldn't do it.
I really think we're going to hear more about. They probably had other offers on the table, and ended up taking the Florida deal just because. But
yeah,
Kyle, we need new blood. Let's see what happens in Boston.
No, and we did. We got a lot of that. There's one of the guys are going to play tomorrow. I can't pronounce his name. Knudsud, whatever it is off. He's some. I just can't.
You're in
say
my
it right
boat.
now.
You're in my boat. So, Ron, before we move on, and we're, and again, I want to thank everybody that's joining us live, and I'm sure you have opinions on the NHL trade deadline, and let us know if you have other winners or losers that you felt we missed. But I will ask you this, Ron: does the Stars become the favorite to win with the Rantanen trade?
I think so, because they do have the best goaltender out of them in Colorado. You know, and like I said, Winnipeg just didn't do enough. They didn't do anything. So I like Dallas in all this by getting Rantanen.
And does Florida now put themselves ahead in the East with the Marchand move?
Yeah, look, I mean, that's a great line. Wow, that's a great line. You know, you got to put them. It's now down to 3 teams, really, in my books. Tampa Bay did some good stuff too, but I don't think they go on the winner's side because they gave up a lot for some of those pieces, like Yanni Gord and I can't think of the other guy, but gave up 2 number 1 picks for those 2 guys. Not worth it. Not worth it. So, but I don't think they don't have what Florida has. Florida's just going to bully them, you know, like they did to the Boston Bruins. And Toronto now is up there in contention. Washington, I'm still not sold on Washington, but you can't.
Oh, yeah, right? They were the team.
Yeah.
You still look at them and
But
go, wow, they're still there.
I mean, you can't discount Ole, right? I mean,
what, 9 goals away?
If you underestimate that team, he's going to hurt you. So it's those 3, and then in West, I like Dallas, Colorado, and yeah.
All right. Let's great NHL talk. Again, trade deadline. What a massive amount of moves we saw.
It was a lot.
Between 2 and 3, it was just blowing up, which was
crazy. Like 3 pages of it. And, and unfortunately I left my notes, which I am going to have to go get because all of my stuff is on it.
Oh, phenomenal. All right. Well, let's get into NFL talk, Ron.
So why don't we do this? Let's see. Let's do this first.
All right. So, first off, we want to congratulate John Elway and Gary Carter as our newest members of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Thank you for your votes. Did we talk about my Celtics? Not yet, Kenny. We can if you'd like. But we want to thank all of you that have voted. John Elway, now part of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, and Gary Carter is part of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. But that means new month, new polls, and new opportunity to have a new inductee into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. And this month, Kenny, I'm glad you just joined us as well, because this one could be an interesting one. Our NBA nominees, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, and Dikembe Mutombo. What a tough pick this is going to be. Four of these guys are not going to get in to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, but join the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook. Cast your votes now. Polls are open. Polls are open. Those polls are up. As well as for boxing, Ron, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, and Vitaly Klitschko. They are possibly one of the next inductees in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Cast your votes. These athletes are voted in by the fans. So this isn't some newspaper guy who has a grudge or whatever. These guys, it's you. You, the fans, get to vote who gets into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. So cast your votes at the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook, which are open now. Some great athletes this month. We look forward to seeing who wins, and every month we will announce who won. All right, Ron, we are back. We are going to talk some NFL. Joey Bosa released from the Los Angeles Chargers. How valuable can he be to a team? Is there a team that should be looking at this player, outside linebacker, as a potential building block on their defense?
I would say at least 28 other teams should be looking for him.
So originally I thought the same thing, and then I looked at his injury piece. Like, if he's your second or third best player on defense, I really feel like you have Trey Hendrickson, who the Cincinnati Bengals, which absolutely blows my mind, are allowing him to talk to other teams for possible trades. Okay, great. Put him with Hendrickson. Now I like the move. But he's missed 24 games in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's a good chunk of his career.
So he should be fresh.
I would hope so, but it doesn't seem to be working out that way for him. But I listen, again, everybody that comes available, I keep saying New England, New England, New England. Again, this would be an interesting one, though, too, as well, because he can't be your focal point. Great player. I would
still rather have Myles Garrett.
Right? Myles Garrett's still out there. But think about it. You pair him with a Myles Garrett, now you're legitimately saying, okay, I think that's.
Could you imagine that?
That's right. But so these are the teams, Ron. So we're gonna go yay or nay on these 5 teams that have been rumored to possibly be up for Joey Bosa, and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
All right.
I like this game.
Yay or nay, and those that are joining us live as well. Yay or nay?
Yeah, there's a lot of them
for these teams. Arizona Cardinals. So again,
nay.
West Coast. He's from the West Coast. They're trying to build their defense.
Now, is it whether I want him to go there or
if you think it's a good fit? Good fit.
Good fit. Nah, I don't think so.
Nah, nay. Anybody else out there? Nay. It's like we're in Congress or something right now. Kyle says no. All right. Nope. Kenny thinks nope. Arizona Cardinals out. All right. Los Angeles Rams. Right? Defensive Rookie of the Year. You lost Aaron Donald last year. You need another guy.
I like that one. I like that.
Right? Still trying to build. They're still like just re-signed Stafford, so they're still in
Yeah.
to trying to win. Kyle thinks
Yep.
yes. All right. So Rams in as a
Yeah, I
possibility.
like that.
All right. This one's going to be crazy, but there's a lot of talk. They're trying to make big moves. Detroit Lions.
Unfortunately, yes, I can see that happening. I think that might be where he ends up.
Hutchinson, you pair them. Like they got, listen, the Detroit Lions window, if there's ever a window that's almost closed to the point where you can just, John, welcome. Congratulations. Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday. 36.
Happy birthday, John.
I don't remember 36. It's been a while. It's been a while. But congratulations, John. Happy birthday. John, where would you like Joey Bosa to go? Where would you like to go for your birthday, Joey Bosa? All right, so we say Detroit, no. Kyle says no. You say yes.
Yeah, Kenny said yes.
Washington Commanders.
Yes.
Right? I think their name's rumored.
Everybody wants to go there because it's Daniels.
Yeah, right? Jaden Daniels, they have good money to spend too.
Yeah.
Which is scary. I could really see him trying to go there, and it's a division that I feel he would be good at. Kenny says no, but listen, if you think about it, Dallas's line, little beat up. The Giants line, we know, is a train wreck. The only line you'd really have to worry about is Philadelphia. So his numbers increased. I think Joey Bosa, Commanders could be a likely stop. This one has been the hottest. This one's burning. You know what I mean? If you were going to sit back and go, you're getting hot, this thing is on fire. San Francisco 49ers in his brother.
Playing with his brother.
Yes.
Now that is an interesting one.
Right? Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa.
Bosa on each end.
The Bosa brothers. God. I could see this T-shirts coming out already.
Oh. Forget the Legion of Boom. It would be the Legion of Bosa.
The Legion of Bosa. I truly think that's where he ends up. I think he goes to 49ers.
I actually like that more than anything at this point.
So, yeah, see, Kyle, I think that's the one that's going to stick more than anything is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. His brother's going to talk. Listen, money, I'm sure at that point, isn't going to be a factor. Gets to play with his brother. Jason McCourty Devin McCourty was on earlier today on the 4-letter network. And, he said it when his brother and him got to play together and win a championship. So there's a lot of questions.
Network, FU.
Nah, it's pretty close though. KC, yeah. But I will say this too, though. San Francisco's got a lot of things happening. Deebo Samuel gone. They're getting older. Brock Purdy's contract. So I don't know what kind of transition they're going to be in. If Joey Bosa wants to win today, San Francisco may not be the best option, though. That's the only thing I could say. Because we just don't know what they're going to be.
They're going to screw up another contract for a quarterback. You know that, right?
Right. So it's going to be kind of crazy. But Joey Bosa, 9 seasons in the NFL, 72 sacks, 252 tackles, 17 forced fumbles, 5 Pro Bowls, and a Defensive Rookie of the Year. So quality player. Listen, I just think the injuries have to be a concern with whatever team gets him.
He's going to hold his contract down for whoever signs him. But then could be wrong. Who knows?
We could be. We would never be wrong. This one was for Danny coming up next, but unfortunately, he's not on. But James, if you're still on, you might like this segment today because we're moving on, Ron. Thank you for your NFL talk. Thank you for everybody who's participated. But we're going to move on to our starting 5.
Can't believe Danny's not here.
Tonight, starting 5. Our starting 5 Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks in their history. Who would be our starting 5? And we will rank them from 5 to 1. Ron, you are first this week. Your honorable mentions.
All right. Oh, this is such a quality list of honorable mentions. I had Jason Garrett at number
Oof.
5 for
Yeah.
my
All right.
honorable mentions.
For
I added
coaching
these
or his
guys.
quarterback? Because his
I
quarterback.
added these guys. Yeah, he'd still be an honorable mention even in the coaching, right? I added these guys because it would be more fun to add these guys. Number 4, I have Cooper Rush
Wow.
as a honorable mention. Number 4. Honorable mention number 3, I have Drew Bledsoe.
Eesh.
And then honorable mention number 2, the great Craig Morton. The great Craig Morton. He does have a Super Bowl.
He does.
And of course, my top honorable mention, which was, I guess, a bubble. Don Meredith was my bubble guy.
I almost put Don Meredith on my honorable mention. Did not. I only had one. Craig Martin, 4th all time in Dallas Cowboys playoff wins. So I gave
Yep.
Craig Martin the one honorable mention.
Yeah.
John Kitna. I don't think he's on anybody's honorable. And is he on anybody? John Kitna would be on your top 5, starting 5, or honorable mention, James? James, I know James is a Dallas Cowboys fan.
He didn't even play a full season.
All right, Ron. So let's get into this. Let's see if the fans out there who are live, if they agree with us. At number 5 for you in your Dallas Cowboys starting 5 all-time quarterbacks.
The extremely popular Danny White.
Ooh, I have a much higher. Wow.
Danny White, with 166 total games played, he's 62-30 lifetime.
Yeah.
With the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
It's a great record. 21,959 yards, 155 touchdowns, 132 interceptions, a Pro Bowl, and a Super Bowl win. Maybe he should be 2 more spots higher.
Okay. All right. Because I definitely have him higher. 5 for me. The controversial, but solid numbers. Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
3rd all-time in wins with 76. 2nd all-time in passing with 31,426. And 2nd all-time in touchdowns. Dak Prescott at number 5 for me, which is crazy to think about in their illustrious history of the Dallas Cowboys that we got somebody who's still current making it this list. But Dak Prescott at 5 for me. So I'd love to hear, who's at 4 for you, Ron?
Dak Prescott, because of those reasons, because of the amount of touchdowns and obvious, different era. But I look at that touchdown per interception ratio. I like that over Danny White. And I also like the fact that he's got a 66.8 completion percentage, which is also way more than Danny White. And the 7.6 yards per attempt is also better than Danny White. So because it's different eras, I have to look at something else, in my opinion. And I like that Super Bowl win, but he's just really not as good as... If Dak played then, maybe he'd win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. All right.
But of course, he has to have the same rules.
Okay. At number 4 for me. And I didn't realize how good this guy's numbers were till we did this. And I'm a little ashamed that I've really kind of bashed him.
Is he a broadcaster now?
He is. Tony Romo.
Yeah.
2nd all-time in wins with 78. 1st in Dallas Cowboys history in touchdown passes, which blew my mind, 248. Yeah. And he's the all-time passing leader with 34,183. Obviously, Dak will pass that if he continues playing with the Dallas Cowboys. If he continues.
Not guaranteed.
Romo, yes, have 4. That James agrees so far. So far, I'm doing all right. And a Dallas Cowboy fan, so I like that. All right, Ron, at 3, who do you have?
I have Tony Romo. And for all those reasons, and it's the same reasons why Danny White isn't ahead of Tony Romo, but as I said, I like that Super Bowl, and maybe I should have put him at number 3.
Because at number 3 for me, Danny White.
It's
What
Danny
are the
White.
Dallas Cowboys about? They were always talking about championships and right, you got to win.
Yep.
So 3rd all-time in playoff wins with 7. He won a championship, 5th all-time in wins, and 4th in touchdowns with 155. So I went Danny White.
Yeah.
Crazy stats.
And I was questioning myself the whole time.
Kyle went Romo as well. At 3 for you, Kyle, Romo. White 3 for me. All right. So far, me and James right on the same page. All right.
And look, I'm on that page too, and I've questioned myself by putting Danny White number 5.
And you're a championship
for
guy.
those reasons.
Surprising.
What?
You're a championship guy too.
I know. That's why I'm second guessing myself.
All right. This is where we may not agree, but agree. Let's see. At number 2, Ron.
Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman. I have the same thing. So we know. Yes.
I knew you would have the same.
Okay.
Look, Troy Aikman. I mean,
wow. James went Starbuck at 2.
Yeah, I don't think so. And when
We'll
you
tell
look
you
at
why.
like when you look at the touchdowns per interception, that yards per attempt, look, those favor Roger Staubach. And even the record, 85-29 for Staubach and Troy Aikman, only 94-71. The numbers aren't great. He had 3 great years, yes, but the other ones weren't, so far and away better.
And again, you think about the talent that Aikman had. I mean, that team was, best running back in NFL history, one of the best offensive lines in NFL history. A great wide receiver.
That's the best running back in history.
He was at one
the
point.
Most yards,
he was at one point. Yeah, I would say.
But
he was at one point.
He's certainly top 5 of all time.
So I had it as well. Listen, most wins in Dallas Cowboys history, 94. 3-time champion, most in Dallas Cowboys history. 2nd in playoff wins at 11.
Yeah.
But at number 1, and I agree with you, Ron, it's got to be
Roger
Staubach. Most wins in playoff history for the Dallas Cowboys with 13.
Yeah, I bet you they wish they had him.
Right? 13. 2-time champion.
If you put him out there in the playoffs, he might still do better than what they're getting.
Kenny's going to Cabo. You know what that means. Emmitt Smith is the absolute guy. I don't know. Walter Payton, Barry Sanders.
Right.
There's some guys. Jim Brown, Eric Dickerson. I would probably put
that's about the 5 that I would have up there.
1 and 2.
Maybe Marshall Faulk instead of Dickerson.
Nope. I can't stand Marshall.
But as a pure running back, no.
No. Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying.
I don't know, Ron. I don't know. But so James had it close. So 1-2. I agree though. I go Starbuck. I think the playoff wins matter. Yeah. He won 2 championships. I mean, granted, Troy won 3, but I think that was more.
Kyle said Romo is a dog.
Everybody listen, Romo, to me, I doubt, again, if he didn't fumble that field goal or make some bad plays during the postseason, I mean, we may be talking about Romo as the best quarterback.
Which is all part of it.
I get it. I'm just saying his numbers were, that 90s team was built great. That's what I'm saying, man. That team was loaded. So I don't know. That's why I put Staubach ahead of him. But that was great. That was a great list. And I appreciate everybody that participated in that.
That was nice. That was nice.
All right, Ron. We're going to talk about, I know, one of your favorite NBA players.
Oh, come on. I can't believe you actually did this to me.
LeBron James.
I just got done telling Kenny last week that I didn't want to talk about this crappy expletive.
Okay. But I will say this. How big is that accomplishment? LeBron James, first player ever, 50,000 points if you combine his playoff and his regular season points. 50,000 points in his NBA career. How impressed are you?
You know what matters to me?
LaFlop. Here goes Kyle.
There we go. Kyle, you are the best fan right now. The best. gold star for Kyle. Gold
I'll give him-
star. Look, yeah, and he deserves a round of applause for that. Look, what's his points per game?
In his career?
Yeah,
I don't know. He's like 20 something, 25, 26.
right.
something
That's
like
what matters to me. I don't care if he scored 50,000 points. He's had about 50,000 more games than everybody else.
He has played a lot of games.
A lot of games.
But I looked, Ron.
And it's a big but.
Rod, we're going to have some fun with this, though. Because do you know, Ron, who are the only two players in NBA history to have played more games than LeBron James?
The only two players to play more games.
And those that are out there live, chime in.
I'm going to say one has got to be Kareem.
Kareem, very close, though, only 11 more games, 1,560. LeBron is at
So I'm right.
1,549. So you got one.
All right. Who would be the other guy?
In a no defense league.
Kenny,
you should get this one.
It's got to be Bill Russell.
It is not. It is another
no, because
Celtic.
it's not. It's not because he got like 9 championships in like 10 years. He's not.
It's a different Celtic player. You want one more guess?
Really? A different Celtic? Maybe Bob Cousy?
No. The Chief, Robert Parrish, played in 1,611 games.
Wow.
Robert
he
Parrish.
did look old.
So you're talking about another 70 games or so.
That's pretty good. I would have got a half a point at least.
Right? So, but the thing
and I was on the right team.
Think about this, though. LeBron James hasn't slowed down. He actually looks better now than he did a couple of years ago.
That could be
Was not Russell, Kyle.
Here's a question. Do you think he's juicing?
Robert Parrish. You know what? At some point, I feel like it would come out. But there's no way at the amount of time he's played that it hasn't. So I don't think so. I think he's put so much money into his body.
I'll tell you, I don't think he is, because you're right. I think something would have leaked out.
Yeah, and it's like Brady,
especially from his arm.
Brady had the avocado ice cream and what you could eat and not eat, right? And the hydration.
So
those things have changed.
He appears to be physically fit from hard work. I will give him that, but he's still a dink.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, his personality. I don't know if you saw the Stephen A. Smith situation that happened last night in L.A.
No.
LeBron James came up to Stephen A. and basically told him, "Keep my son's name out of your mouth."
Oh my God! Are you kidding? Is he
No.
this petty?
So basically, LeBron James still hasn't learned that. Listen, your son's in the league now. What players people want to say about your son? Unfortunately, listen.
If he's not in the league,
your son should
he's
play
not
better.
in the league.
If your son played better, people wouldn't talk about him.
He's a bum.
So I wanted to ask. Let's talk
the
some
mailman's son.
Let's talk about some other NBA players.
He's so small. How is he LeBron's kid?
Your second, did you know, Ron? Or do you know, I guess? Do you know? And those out there that can chime in as well. There are 5 players, right? So 4 players after LeBron James. Can you give me the next 2 through 5 in the all-time scoring combined playoff and regular season?
Oh my God.
One of them should be easy.
One's got to be Kareem.
Kareem is number 2 with 44,000.
One's got to be Michael.
Michael is number 5.
Okay. So I need 3, 4, and 5 is what you're saying?
3 and 4 you need now. You got 2, Kareem, and you got 5.
Got to be Wilt Chamberlain.
Not Chamberlain.
Wow, really? That's a surprise.
Yeah, not Wilt.
It's got to be Steph then.
Not Steph.
Really?
Not even close.
Jesus, these got to be old timers then.
One old timer, one not so old.
Not so old.
Not so old. More recent.
Larry Bird.
Nope. I'll give you one more. I'll give you one more, and then I'll give you. You're gonna. I don't think you'll get him. This has surprised me.
I don't think it could be Dr. J because
No guesses out there either from the fans. Like, who do you think could be? So
well,
LeBron
I've given
James.
all the easy ones.
All right,
that I would have thought. All right, Karl Malone.
Karl Malone, number 3.
Charles Barkley.
41,689. No. Believe it or not. So you had LeBron at 1, right? He's over 50 now. 50,000.
Yep.
Kareem, 44,149. Karl Malone, 41,689. At
Who's
4,
that 4?
Kobe Bryant with 39,283.
Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I forgot about Kobe.
And then Michael Jordan.
God.
Michael Jordan at 38,279.
Oh, I cannot believe I forgot Kobe.
Is that not insane, though, to think about?
There's something wrong with me.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant, one of the all-time scorers.
I cannot believe I forgot him.
Yeah, Karl Malone surprised me. I know, Karl Malone was a great player, but the amount of points, I mean, but you think about Utah and how many years they were in the postseason, too. So that's what contributed to that.
At myself,
right?
Because I should have had Kobe. That should have been the second name.
So, I mean, LeBron James, 50,000 points in his career. Congratulations. Still a dink.
I got robbed.
He knows how I feel.
No,
there you go, Kenny.
There's a difference.
There you go.
See, Kenny, there's a difference between not knowing and just forgetting somebody.
But I will say this. If we're ever at a Lakers game, Ron, and we're sitting courtside, please, LeBron, don't be upset because we said something about your son and you. Oh, boy. This is where we're at in the sports world, my friend.
I think I could probably score more points than his son.
Maybe. You probably could. Although I've seen your knees. I don't think you're going to.
I don't have to move. I just wait to get open. They won't cover me because they'll think I'm not good enough. But I can shoot.
All right. Let's talk some Major League Baseball.
And then I'll flop and get a foul, and I'll go to the line. So
this
in itself will get more points than his son.
This is turning into an interesting story around Major League Baseball. Vlad Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays have not been able to come up with a contract agreement. Should the Blue Jays look at trading him now? Final year of his deal. Your thoughts?
Well, I don't know if you trade him now, because if you find yourself in a playoff race, then you might want to just hold on to him and try to.
But do you not get worried like the Brad Marchand thing where the guy gets hurt? So think about Marchand's value. And I'm not saying still you say
that hurt the value, yes.
Right, but it hurts the value. You're probably going to get the most you possibly can right now for Vlad Guerrero.
Probably, but if they still think that they can contend. So the
key in this is, you're not going to hear this much from us ever on Sports Unfolded. So please, if you're not sitting, sit down. I'm actually going to commend this player because there was a lot of talk that he wanted Juan Soto money, the $725, and he's actually asking for less than $600 million. At 25 years old, he's just saying to Toronto, I want less years if you're going to give me less money. And I thought that was commendable because a lot of these guys would just be saying that I want the highest dollar amount. I want to be $750 now, right? Because this guy got $725. And here's a player saying, look, I'll take less money. Just I'm not going to go 15 years, right? So I think he's making the right move. I think that's more enticing for a team to want to trade for him.
I mean, it's apples and oranges, really. I mean, the money they're throwing around for these players, and they never live up to the money. They never do.
Most of the time. I don't know if you got to see Juan Soto's era yesterday in spring training. Can't wait to see him in the field in New York with the Mets. Good luck. All right. I'm not bitter at all, by the way. I'm not bitter at all.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
25. So far,
at least I don't have to worry about a contender.
Spring training. Boston might be a contender this year. Be careful. Batting in spring training, 412 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs, Vlad Guerrero. But you look at his career, 3,145 at-bats, 288, 905 hits. It's going to break over 1,000 this season. 160 home runs, 475 runs, 507 RBIs. 6. I think 6 seasons. It's not bad. Four All-Stars, 2 Silver Sluggers, 1 Gold Glove. Yeah, in 6 seasons. It's really not bad, Ron.
It's like a Tony Gwynn with
maybe not the hitting.
With power.
With power.
Yeah.
Right? And
it's power rather than base hits.
This guy could be a legitimate piece to a team.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of now this is where I say for him, I think he threw that out there with the $600 million to tell teams like, hey, wait a minute. You could sign me.
How he looks in red.
Boston was rumored for a while to be looking at him. If the Bruins,
it's all rumors.
Listen, if the Bruins did what they did and traded within their division, it's not far to say maybe another team would say, hey, maybe we'll trade.
The Red Sox have already made a trade with New York.
What wasn't it the last team to ever do a trade with each other? That was the final one. That there had never been a team. That was the only one that had never happened. Boston, New York trade. And then it finally happened, a couple of years ago?
With Verdugo.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great. Does Vlad get traded, Ron?
I think he will.
Does he go to Boston?
They have to trade him.
Does he go to Boston?
I don't think he goes to Boston. No. He probably ends up in L.A.
L.A. or New York. Come on. Come on. All right, Ron. All right. We'll see how this story folds out. But it is time for split decisions.
Unfolds.
Oh.
It's time.
Our split decision segment, basically, we ask each other 2 more likely questions, and then we got to make a decision. You are first, Ron.
I am first. That means I got to find my split decisions. All right. Who is more likely to sign first? Joey Bosa, Josh Sweat, and Khalil Mack. Which of the 3 will sign first?
Danny, finally on. Thanks for joining.
Oh, Danny, did you miss it?
I will say this. Khalil Mack, a little older. I think a lot of teams will wait on Mack.
Wait, Eric, I can't not go on until I tell Danny this. Danny, we tailored this show especially for you. Our topic of starting 5 Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks, you missed. We also were talking about LeBron in our NBA segment. It's in that cup.
One of those.
One of those. We talked about LeBron and you missed it.
So I will say this. Getting back to the split decision.
I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Kyle thinks Joey, so Joey Bosa. I think Bosa doesn't. I think Josh Sweat, with the Super Bowl and what he was able to do, I think puts him a little bit ahead of both of those guys because A, he performed in the biggest game. B, it's fresh in most teams' minds because they just saw the Super Bowl.
And he's going to set the salaries.
Right? So I could see Sweat being the first one to go. So Sweat signs first.
Yeah.
And then I would say Bosa, and then Khalil Mack will be a late signing.
So that way teams know what to pay them, not as much as Sweat.
And Khalil Mack doesn't want to go to training camp and do all that stuff. He's got a score 123, 120. It's that close. Okay. All right, Ron, your first split decision. Stop being rude to Danny. All right.
You ever hear that song by Aerosmith?
Which one?
Dream on.
Okay.
Dream on. Dream until your dreams come true.
All right. Your first split decision.
All
Which-
right.
hold on. It's my turn. I got to give you one.
Oh. Wait,
Yeah.
let me have more.
Put the cup down. All right. Ron, which wide receiver is more likely to be traded to the New England Patriots? DK Metcalf or Cooper Kupp?
Wait, didn't Cooper Kupp get cut or something?
No.
He didn't get traded or anything already?
No.
Wow, I thought he did. I'm gonna say DK Metcalf. I think he's coming to New England.
Okay.
I think it's too intriguing not to have him because he can do so many things. And if we can have at least two guys that can do something, maybe there's hope for like a 6 or 7 win season.
Hey, 6 or 7. I'll take it. Bring it back, baby. Bring it back. All right, Ron. All right, your second split decision. So you think
My
DK
second.
Metcalf coming to New England?
All right. So geared towards the NHL with their trade deadline. Of these 3 players, who will make a bigger impact in the playoffs? Nate McKinnon, Brad Marchand, or Brock Nelson?
I think Marchand's not, because there's a lot of talent in Florida. So I think he's just going to be a good piece. I think Nate McKinnon, though.
Wait, did I say Nate McKinnon?
Yes.
I meant Mikko Rantanen. Nate
Ah.
McKinnon didn't make
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't get traded. Rantanen. Sorry.
Kyle
my
thinks
bad.
Brad Marchand. I think Rantanen. I think this Dallas start. Look, they are, and to your point, Sagan comes back. They have the goaltender. He's going to get a few goals here and there, but that's going to be enough to carry them over. The years that Dallas has struggled is because they couldn't put the puck in the net. And I really feel like now they've got a player that can help them do that and be more offensive potent versus just, hoping that, Ottinger can just stop everything. So I think that's the best move. I think he's going to have the biggest impact because I really think he at least gets Dallas to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, it could be. It could actually be Dallas versus Florida in the Stanley Cup.
And Kyle, I'm not disagreeing with you, but guess what? Florida has a lot of those players.
Yeah, Marchand comes up big, but so does Rantanen, and I agree with you, Eric.
Right? Like I just think that he gives them an offensive.
What if I throw in Brandon Carlo into that mix?
Where'd Carlo go again? Remind me.
Toronto.
He could have a big effect. Yeah. Because we know they can score.
Make the Stanley Cup, it's because they
Carlo,
brought him
defensively. Yeah, absolutely. So I could say that. I could see that as well. All right, Ron. Nice question. Good question. Ron, which NBA number 1 seed is more likely not to get to the championship? The Cleveland Cavaliers or the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Wait, which number 1 is not going to make the championship?
So they are both currently the number 1 seeds in the NBA. Which team will not get to the championship?
Cleveland. So, Danny, for the record, Oklahoma City is going to the championship games, not your Lakers.
Did you know the Lakers are second?
I know.
Right now. Isn't that insane?
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Second in the West. Only going
rigged.
to benefit Florida. Kyle, I'm not disagreeing. I think it's a great move. I think it was an amazing move. Kyle says Cleveland as well. I could see it, but I also I don't know. I'm not sold on Boston now. I know Kenny doesn't want to hear that, but Boston's not doing it for me.
They will.
I don't think they're going to be healthy enough. I can't. Drew, Porzingis out now. I mean, come on, guys. All right.
What's he out for now?
I don't know. Who knows? Stub the toe. I don't know. Ron, let's talk a little more NHL. Sergei Bobrovsky.
Wouldn't that be LeBron?
He's tied Tony Esposito in wins all time. Where would you rank him as a goalie in history? Our backcourt is amazing. Here we go with Kenny. All right, buddy.
All right.
He's got good numbers.
Would you put him in the top 5?
I'd probably put him at 6. Maybe somewhere in that range. 6. He's actually not bad.
So when you think about it, you got Martin Brodeur.
Yeah.
You have Patrick Waugh.
Yep, not going ahead of them.
Terry Sawchuk.
Who he's about to pass for wins.
Dominic Hasek.
Hasek, I wouldn't put him ahead of.
Grant Fuhr.
Maybe. Double P. Here we go with the garbage. Double P. Guy scores 40 points in one game. I
haven't even gotten to all the whole. Ken Dryden.
I don't know. Listen, he's a 2-time Vezina winner.
I get it.
He's won a cup.
I get it.
He's Esposito. He's 144 less games to get 423 wins.
Yeah, but Tony Esposito isn't listed in the greats.
Okay, but Jacques Plant is the next one at 437. He's going to pass him. Terry Sawchuk at 445. He's passing him. And then Curtis
I get
Joseph
it, but still, I would put those guys ahead of him.
Even
in history, they're better.
100 more wins than all these guys.
Yeah, but I know they played a lot less games. But they're still better because they were getting shutouts all the time.
All right, so he doesn't get a shut. 48 shutouts in his career. But he's a 2.58 goals against and a 9.14 save percentage. He's got good numbers.
He's got good numbers. I know that.
So I was surprised because I really didn't think he was that good.
I mean, I don't know if I'd put him in the top 10 yet.
Kenny, I know, 10 threes, yes. Double P. Tell him to do it every
Because the other guy in Florida...
It's not starting for a reason. Go ahead.
The other guy that's playing in another city in Florida is better. Vasilevsky is better.
So you wouldn't rank him in the top 5 in active goalies?
I wouldn't rank him top 5. I don't know if I'd rank him top 10 in history. I don't have Tony Esposito in my top 10.
Okay.
I'm just saying there's still some other great goalies I haven't even mentioned.
All right. We're going to continue talking some NHL with our pick and roll.
You sound disappointed.
I thought you would put him
and roll.
He's a great goaltender, but not top 10.
Stop bullying him. You're being bullied. You're bullying. All right, and I'm not disrespectful. I'm telling the truth. Double P stinks. Be realistic here. All right, so Ron, it's episode 10 of season 5. So we always have something that kind of ties in. These active NHL players have 10 years of 20-goal seasons. Logan Couture, Mark Scheifele, Tyler Sagan.
No, wait. Let's back that train.
I'm not saying it's French. Go ahead. Coutier? Scheifele. That's not what I said. Mike Scheifele. What'd I say? Scheifele?
Yeah, I don't know what you said.
Scheifele, Tyler Sagan, Jeff Skinner, Nate McKinnon, and Nikita Kucherov. Let's rank them from 6 to 1. You are first this week, Ron, so your list.
All right, so there's one guy that doesn't even belong on this list, and that is Jeff Skinner. The guy is a lazy player.
10 years, 20 goals.
He only thinks about himself. And as long as he's scoring, it doesn't matter if he wins. And his teams never win. They never win. And why? It's just that big, fat minus 136 next to his name. I don't even care what the goals are. And frankly, he's not even close to the player as the rest of the guys on this list.
Kenny said, don't be a bully, Ron, be a star. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Jeff Skinner, I don't even have him on my list. He's not even worthy of a number.
Okay.
Ow!
At number 5, I have Logan Couture. 933 games played, 701 points, 323 goals, 378 assists. He's a plus minus of 0 and 55 game winners. Not enough to get to where you need to be on this list. Mark Scheifele, number 4, played the exact same amount of games as Couture and had 87 more points, including 9 more goals and a big whopping 456 career assists already. He's got a plus 74, 57 game winners, a little bit ahead of Couture.
Okay, so timeout. Couple of big things just broke. First of all, the Bruins have acquired Henry. I can't even say his name, from the Sabres.
Yeah.
And they also acquired. What
was that for?
A 2026 fourth round draft pick.
Okay.
And then Danny Lyle from the Devils. I can't even say that guy's name either. From Mark McLaughlin.
McLaughlin, yeah.
So he's gone as well. And Ron, in the NFL, Geno Smith has been traded to the Las Vegas Raiders for a third round draft pick. Third round. Geno Smith.
Wait, did you say first round?
Third round.
I was going to say.
Still a third round for Geno Smith? That to me is high. What were the Raiders thinking? Geno Smith, a Las Vegas Raider. That just broke.
No, why not? Okay, look, I don't think he's good, but why not just sign Aaron Rodgers and not give up a pick?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. And to me, I don't know. That's great. I agree, Kyle. For a third rounder, Geno Smith? I don't see it. What's Seattle doing if they're going to get rid of DK Metcalf?
Wait, I know why. Because Tom Brady is going to be coaching him.
Pete Carroll connection. I just thought about it too when James just put it up. It's that Pete Carroll.
So then Russell Wilson will probably get signed there too.
No, I don't think.
Maybe he doesn't like Russell and he likes Geno better.
Do you think Geno Smith makes the Las Vegas Raiders better?
Well, it can't make them worse.
He wasn't very good in Seattle. I mean, he was okay.
Yeah, but it can't make them worse.
I don't know. That's a crazy. I don't know. That's insane. I am sorry to interrupt you, Ron. I just felt like that.
I mean, they'll still be the fourth best team in that division.
Agreed. All right. So you had Scheifele
at number 4.
At 3.
Number 3, I have Tyler Seguin. 860 games. He played less than Couture and Scheifele and has 20 more points than Scheifele. 360 goals, 448 assists. I mean, that's pretty good when you're playing 73 less games. That's a whole season less. Plus 88 for Tyler Seguin.
Mm-hmm.
Better than what I expected to see. 62 game winners, and he has a Stanley Cup.
He does.
Another former Bruin with a Stanley Cup. Number 2. This may come as a big surprise. Nate McKinnon, I have as number 2. 854 games played, 360 goals, 637 assists, 997 points, well over a point a game, plus minus of 170. Crazy number.
You flipped that.
What?
152.
No, I said Nate McKinnon.
Oh, you do have McKinnon. That's right. Okay. You're right. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
Oh.
Ow!
68 game winners. He has a Stanley Cup, a Calder Trophy, 3 All-Stars, 1 Lady Byng, 1 Hart, 1 Pearson. And number 1 which I would not have thought unless I actually looked at the numbers. But these numbers are crazy good. 784 games played, 70 less than McKinnon. He has 965 points, which is only 32 less. 348 goals, 617 assists, a plus 152, 56 game winners, 2 Stanley Cups for Kucherov, 5 All-Stars, which is 2 more than Nate McKinnon. Nate McKinnon playing really a season less. 1 Hart Trophy, same as McKinnon. 1 Pearson, same as McKinnon, but Kucherov has added 2 Art Ross trophies for scoring leader. Number 1 on my list. I think they're both dynamic players.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, I had it reversed in 1 and 2, but you just convinced me and you talked me into why Kucherov should be number 1. So I will give you one of these.
Wow,
Ron.
I did it. You did it to me last week.
70 less games when I look at it that way. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I had
Isn't that
everything else. Yeah,
I had McKinnon at number 1, and then I
Yeah.
looked at the games played. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, I
70
agree.
less games is a lot of games.
I agree. Nice job. Yeah, Skinner, Kucherov, Scheifele, Sagan. Now I'm going McKinnon and Kucherov. So great job. Nice job.
That was great.
That was a good
Wow,
one.
we did it 2 weeks in a row.
3
We
weeks in a row.
changed each other's minds.
Yes, we did. All right, Ron. Before we get into predictions, you want to bring up those Hall of Fames one more time. Again,
Absolutely.
polls have opened now for the Hall of Fame, Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Let's welcome in John Elway and Gary Carter, our next inductees into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. And now you can go in and cast your votes for the next member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. In the NBA, we've got Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robertson, Shaquille
I didn't know
O'Neal,
who to pick.
Alonzo Mourning, and Dikembe Mutombo. Go to the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook to cast your vote, as well as for boxing, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, and Vitaly Klitschko.
That's a good list, too.
Go to the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook. Polls are open now. Cast your votes. Help one of these athletes get into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. They are voted on by you. Have a good night.
That's it for the show.
I mean, you don't want to bring up predictions. I mean, Ron.
No, I don't. I am
the
struggling.
hole you
big
dig
time.
is getting bigger. 9 weeks in. So great participation last week. I went 5-3. James won the week at 5-2. Kyle,
Yes, so James, I
6-2.
need your address. I got a prize for you.
Kyle 5-2. Great job there. Danny 4-2. Hugo 1-7, buddy. Let's see if you can make that up this week. Ron 3-5. Gained another 2 games on you. So great job there. If you are joining us live, please let us know your picks as we are calling the game so we can add you to the chart, or we can continue to add your numbers to the charts. But you are first this week, Ron. So we're going to start off in the NBA. Big game tomorrow night. Battle of the rivals. The Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers at the Boston Celtics. That game is tomorrow night, Saturday night matinee. I think it's an 8:30 tip-off.
I'm going to miss it.
What do you
I wanted to watch this game. Because I got I'm broadcasting live some concert show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Should be pretty good.
Good.
So, yeah. So I'm missing the freaking games. Both games tomorrow. All right. So I am going to go Boston. There's no way I'm picking LeBron. There's no way I'm picking LeBron. Kyle went. Yeah.
You go Boston. I'm going LA here. 8 games straight. They've won. Boston has not played well at home. They've just proven they have not lived with the guru. I don't know the guru, buddy. You 1-7 last week. No guru there. But I will say this: Boston has not played well at home. They are struggling at home, and the Lakers right now are hot. They are hot.
Well, Danny, you picking the Celtics too?
Danny, James, you guys still on? Give us your picks. Lakers at the
James.
Celtics. Maybe not. All right.
They're still on.
March 9th. Got the Denver Nuggets at the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is like a back-to-back. They play the next night as well. They just won 2 at home. Okay, that's great, Kenny. 2 at home. Lakers won 8 straight. I mean, you do the math. Anyway, Denver Nuggets at the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You're disrespectful to the Boston Celtics.
Last time I said it, they lost at home. Last time we picked them. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Kenny's going Nuggets. Oklahoma City's lost 4 games at home, Kenny. 4. I'm going OKC here.
I am also going OKC. I just think they're the better team.
Hugo's going to OKC. Kyle, you got to pick.
Kyle, James, Danny, where the heck are you?
Kyle's going to OKC. All right. All right. NHL action, Ron. Winnipeg Jets at the Carolina Hurricanes. That game's on the 9th.
Yeah, I just saw Carolina get lucky to beat Boston. They got to play Winnipeg next. I pick Winnipeg.
Yeah, I went Winnipeg as well. Listen, best record in the league. They play really well on the road. I'm going Jets here. Hugo went Jets.
See, they need to get a guy named Benny. All these Jets teams, right?
I said it. Benny and the Jets. Win a peg. I don't. Kenny. James going Jets.
Oh, James is back. Wait, James, did you?
Jets are like 2 hours from me. That's crazy. Nice.
So, James, if you can do LA at Boston Celtics.
Kyle went.
And Denver at OKC.
Hugo, 2 hours. Right, North Dakota, Hugo?
Yeah.
2 hours from Winnipeg.
Yeah, it's not that far.
And Kenny's winning a peg, so.
Who's getting pegged?
Kenny, he won it. He won a peg. I think I missed a couple. That's what I would just say. Yeah, we just gave it to you.
Yeah,
James.
That's what I just said, James.
Celtics and OKC. All right.
There we go. James, I am also going to need your address. So you got to send me your address in a message. So that way I can send out your prize.
All right. Also in the NHL on 3/11, got the Colorado Avalanche at the Minnesota Wild. Ron, who do you have? Oh, this is my pick first. Hold on. I'm going Colorado here. Love the moves they made. Wild not as good as home.
Is everybody going to be in the games? That's
Probably
the question.
Not. Probably not, but I like Colorado here.
I'm going to go Minnesota because I don't think everybody's going to be in the game for Colorado.
James,
because I think Charlie Coyle is in Florida. So I don't know if he's going to make it to the game.
Kenny's going Minnesota. Hugo's going the Wild.
This is wild.
I never win. You did win, James. Yep, you won last week.
Gee, and Danny had a good week too. He had 4-2. Wasn't enough though. He needed to get the other 2 games in. That's what it came down to.
Lakers for life, he said. Kyle
I
went
still
Colorado.
say he's like 17, maybe 14.
Kyle, who are we missing? Are we missing anybody? Kenny?
Stop
Hugo?
making
Nope, we
fun
got
of
everybody.
me.
We got everybody. All right. NCAA men's action on the 8th round tomorrow. Number 7, Alabama Crimson Tide at number 1, Auburn Tigers. Who do you have?
You know, I'm going to tell you a crazy story about this. Now, I had no idea these two teams were going to be playing, right? Because I don't look at the schedules. Last night, I had a dream that Alabama beat Auburn. Literally. Last night, dream.
James won Alabama.
I'm going Alabama. I'm going with the dream I had, and that's what I'm doing.
Hey.
I can't not do it.
Okay. Kenny's going Tigers. LeBron is going to trip on a pebble. He might be out. He might sit out.
That's funny.
So number 7, Alabama Crimson Tide at the number 1, Auburn Tigers. You're going Alabama. I went Auburn. I went with the home team. Hugo's going Alabama. Just waiting on Kyle. But I'm going number 1 team. Every time I go against them, they comes back to bite me. So Tigers on biting me this week.
I dreamt it. I can't believe it.
Kyle went
when
Auburn.
you messaged this morning, I was like, wait, what the hell is happening here?
Kind of crazy, huh?
Should I put like $1,000 on this game?
Yeah, you did. All right, we're going to talk some UFC 313. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. That fight is tomorrow night. I am going Magomed Ankalaev with the W. Gonna beat the champion.
You can't even pronounce his name, so
I
he
can't. That's
win.
right. That's why I'm going with him.
I'm going Pereira.
Alex. Kyle's going Alex.
Aaliyah.
I'm going. That's got to be Alex. Probably, is the A near the X? Yeah. See, it's close. Let's go Alex. Okay. Hugo, Alex. Mega Man.
Uncle
There we go,
Lev?
James. James going Mega Man. Uncle Lev.
Wait, is that his nickname?
I don't know. Who's Uncle Lev? Oh, Lev? Is that Magnum? Oh, see, Lev at the end. Is that who that is, Kenny? Uncle Lev is Magomed?
I never heard of the guy, and he's Mega Man all of a sudden.
I like it. I like it.
That scares me. Maybe I should jump on that bandwagon.
I'm going Kenny for Magomed as well. All right. MLS action, Ron. Also this Saturday, the New York Red Bulls at the Atlanta United Football Club. Who do you have?
I'm going New York Red Bulls because they'll have wings.
I'm going Atlanta United Football Club because they're united in what they do for victory.
Yeah, but they're an FC.
You're an FC. What time is the UFC match? It's tomorrow night.
That's another thing I'm going to miss.
Tomorrow night.
Oh, man.
James
I
going
knew this was a
Atlanta.
mistake.
I think it starts at 8 o'clock. Red Bull, Hugo. Kyle went Atlanta.
Could use a Red Bull in this. Just saying.
Kenny.
I'm thirsty.
You have a pick, Kenny? With some
Kyle went with Atlanta with some Buffalo Red Bull wings.
I like it. No, Kenny, no guess. All right, no pick for Kenny. Oh, Atlanta. All right.
ATL. Wow.
All right.
Why do I feel like I'm going to have a really bad week again?
I don't know. We got 5 different this week, so this could either
Yeah,
bring it
I'm
closer.
going like oppo of everybody, it seems.
Just about. All right. NASCAR last week, my friend. I thought I won. I was like, oh, I got the third driver. You came in second with your pick. So this week,
It's the only thing I can pick.
The Shriners Children's 500 in Phoenix. We need a top 5 driver. Ron, who do you have?
Yeah, lock this one in, people. Ryan Blaney.
Hey, Ryan Blaney, right here. We got the same one. All right, Ron. Yes, Ryan Blaney. He does very well in Phoenix.
But Christopher Bell has won twice in a row.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
But he won last week, so
yeah, you got to give it. He'll give somebody else a chance. I like it. Anybody else have a NASCAR pick that's out there? Shriner Children's 500 in Phoenix. Chase Elliott. I think James just picks Chase Elliott every time. I don't even think he knows who he is.
Pick him until he wins.
It's got to happen at some point, James. Ryan. Ryan.
That's got to be Ryan Blaney, I'm guessing.
He's going Ryan Blaney as well, Kyle. All right. I know Kenny doesn't do the NASCAR scene.
He should. So should Danny. Danny, you're missing out on potential wins here.
Yeah, next week he'll get. Did I win anything, Danny?
Right, and you can't win if you're not gonna.
Hugo
not gonna pick your picks.
All right, Hugo.
Those of you at home, come on, get in your picks. Get them in.
Maybe we should do maybe we should do that next time on the NASCAR. We'll just give like 3 drivers, and we got to pick one of the 3 drivers. And then we give them an opportunity. Some guys don't watch NASCAR as much.
I don't like that. They don't need to watch NASCAR. Who watches NASCAR?
We don't.
But yeah, we always pick right.
We do pretty well, though. We do pretty well. Sheldon Creed. I swear he makes up these names every time.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me, Kenny?
Is that from the movie Creed?
Wait, I have to. Let me look this up.
Sounds good. Kyle. Is that a real driver?
It is a real driver.
Do a poll. Hugo says do a poll. Oh, we could do that too.
So, all right. So, wow. He was in the Focused Health 250 and he finished 12th.
Okay. Sheldon Creed. You never know.
Bennett transplant. He's not on the NASCAR circuit.
It's close enough. It's close enough. Kenny, great job. All right. That's our prediction segment. Could win a prize if you finish in first. James, congratulations last week. Great job. Do you want to bring that back up, Ron? You could show everybody
what?
They're ranked last week. So because James missed it.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Look at that, James. 6-2, buddy. 6-2 last week. Great job. Ron, 3-5. Nice job.
Shut up. You won't be saying that if I go perfect this week.
You go 5-0 and I go 0 for. All right, that is our prediction segment. I want to thank everybody that joined us live and participated in that. But Ron, it is almost time to end our show. But before we end our show, we always like to talk about how you out there can sponsor
like to talk about that,
the
right?
Sports Unfolded podcast and get your business's eyes and ears out there. That made no sense what I just said. So, Ron.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was.
That made no sense whatsoever. But
look, it's very easy to do it. So all you have to do is send us an email to this right here, ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com, right? We will send you out.
Ron, it's as easy as Sunday morning.
Exactly.
That's how.
Or you can be like the Eagles and just take it easy.
Take it easy.
So send us an email to ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out the media kit, and it'll have all the information you need to know. So that way you can get yourself a little banner up there where the WDJY FM Dallas, Georgia radio station is, right? So you could have a banner up there and it costs less than going to your local coffee shop and getting a large, huge, large, like one of those super larges, right? Hot coffee, little extra sugar, because I need a lot of extra sugar because I don't like the taste of
Yeah,
coffee.
you're not sweet at all. Yeah.
No, I gotta get
Yeah, you need sugar.
extra
You need
sugar
sugar
to
in your
be-
life. Yeah.
And of course, a cinnamon roll to go with that. You know, it costs less than that. So I think you want to do it. You do.
I will say now we're feeling, but Danny, Lakers for life. We get it, Danny. You're a Lakers fan. We get it. Okay, buddy.
So Danny, where are you watching us? You're watching us on YouTube. So Danny, click share right now and share it. Just click share.
All
Just
right.
click share.
Ron, it is final thoughts time. And our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything that's happening in the world today.
Anything that's happening.
You are first this week, my friend. So please, your final thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't really prepare one, Eric, but I knew it was going to be easy to do my final thought. Look, there was a lot of Bruins that left the team, and you know, Brad Marchand, Charlie Coyle, Brandon Carlo, you know, Trent Frederick, you know, and you grow attached to players, right? You grow attached to them, even though they were really good trades for the Bruins for the most part. When you overall look at what they brought in, it was really great. But all those players, thank you so much for all those great moments that each of you have created throughout all this time, especially Brad Marchand, who was on that Stanley Cup winning team. He's dedicated his whole career to Boston, and I know he didn't want to leave, but I mean, it just happens that way, and they have to get what they can get for you. But we'll see you Tuesday when Florida Panthers come to play the Boston Bruins, even though you won't be playing, but I'm sure they'll have some video thing for you. Thank you for your service.
So Hugo, a little request, send him some Oneyville wieners. He's going to send some tacos down from North Dakota. I don't know how good they're going to be.
How is that going to work?
That's what I said. I don't know, but he said they'll still be good. The best. I don't know. Applying to you, go. Well, I know. Sam stuff unclean in there. All right, Kyle. Kyle's replied as well. All right, my final thought. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's joined us live tonight. You guys have been amazing.
A lot of people.
But I do want to, my final thought is it's probably the best time of the year in college basketball, right? We've got a lot of tournaments going on right now. And then we've got the Final Four, you know, the Match Madness and the Final Four coming up. So excited to just see sometimes these kids' dreams come true. Lucky shots, sometimes unfortunate bounces. But it's probably one of the best times in sports. So take some time, enjoy it. Check out some of the schools that, you know, don't normally get there and have an opportunity to compete at the highest levels. And join the Sports Unfolded NCAA tournament bracket when we put it up. We'll see who wins that as well. Playing in Rhode Island. But I will say, excited to see that as well. And again, take some time to enjoy some of those teams because we always get at least one Cinderella out of it every year. So it's always fun to see. Well, Ron, that is our show tonight. I have had fun. I want to thank everybody out there again that has joined us live. You guys were amazing tonight. Appreciate the support. Continue to like, share, follow our show. Make sure that you tell all your friends to join as well on every Friday at 6 p.m. Let's go Boston College. There you go, Kenny. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rhode Island Broadcasting, on Sports Unfolded, on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, X, whatever you guys want to call it. So, the NCAA's in Providence. All right.
Don't you remember Cheech and Chong?
Yes, very good, buddy. But I will say
the
this.
Santa Claus
Yeah.
one?
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Give a
I
little
love
bit to
Santa.
the reindeer,
I
little
love
bit
Santa.
to the reindeer,
Oh, I know that. I know that, man. Yeah. Oh, that guy's cool, man. Yeah. No. All right. So thank you all again. You guys have been great. Go to our pages, like, share, follow as well. And if you can, get on Sports Unfold, the Sports Poll page, and cast your votes for our Hall of Fame. Everyone out there, take care. We hope you have a pleasant night. And all we ever ask for is that we get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you, Kyle.